everybody, and welcome to a rather short Journey to the Farlands episode. I'm going to be doing probably about a half hour or so today, just because we're doing a late night episode. But yeah, I just wanted to film an episode today. I don't know. And it was a busy evening, so I didn't get a chance to film any earlier because I was playing. It was Monday game night with Devin, so we were playing some Civilization 6. And yeah, it's fun. It was the first time we've done that. Well, we kind of do like Java SMP or whatever else, but we've decided to do something called game night, where we just kind of play a specific game for one day of the week, and that's Monday today. And so yeah, I was doing some planning for school stuff. I was doing homework and then planning for school stuff, and then yeah, I was gonna stream and do all sorts of things, and then I was like, oh yeah, game night. I was doing that. Anywho, I didn't really know if I wanted to do a commentary today or not, but I'm just gonna do it anyway, just considering the length of the video, and that this may be the video that lands when I reach 300 subscribers. I'm not all that sure. That is a possibility. There's only 2 subscribers, so it could happen. It's been kind of fluctuating around 300 for a while now. People have been, been unsubscribing and resubscribing, and new people coming across, and it's been kind of funny. But yeah, soon we'll be at 300, which is very exciting, and soon we'll also be at episode 200, which is also pretty cool. And in fact, it'll probably be Wednesday's episode that ends up being episode 200. Which I do work that day, so I guess it'll be a morning episode. I don't know if I'll be doing the 200th episode special. I don't think that will be a thing if it lands on Wednesday, because I don't, it'll be like an hour long. I may do a commentary, like another one, but I don't know if it'll be all that special. But yeah, I've been playing some more Minecraft in my own time. I've switched gears and I'm now playing a beta world. I'm kind of just shifting around to whatever I feel like doing, and I do want to play this beta world. I don't know, I guess I kind of just figured that hardcore might not have been the route to go, at least for what I want. I want a world that can last, stand the test of time. And hardcore definitely has the capability to last long, but knowing me, I mean, I guess any hardcore world is inherently going to end someday. And I guess kind of the whole spiel I have regarding this like Minecraft world philosophy that I want for like this perfect world is that I just want to be able to go just back to it and just pick up where I left off and just keep going. I'm not saying that I want it to be like a super long-term world. I mean, that's kind of what I'm, I think like deeply expecting and hoping. But no, I just want something other than Journey to the Farlands. Something for myself. I mean, Journey to the Farlands is something for myself, but something more Minecraft. Like the more survival with like base building and all that stuff. And if I get far enough in one of these worlds, then I will maybe see about streaming it at some point, just like a progress update style. I might even do it in a few months or something and have like a world tour almost, if it gets that ambitious. Yeah, I haven't really gotten that far in a Minecraft world on my own. Of course, I've gotten this far in Journey to the Farlands, but it's also a series all about just walking. And while it's had its moments, at the outposts and in some of the fun episodes, it's all generally the same. And while I can just always go to this world and just turn it on kind of thing, I also have to turn on the stream, which I don't really seem to have much of an issue with it. But I feel like streaming something all the time kind of changes things slightly, like at least the way you think about it. If it was just like a world, I don't know if I'd be as committed to it if it was just like a world and I was just playing it. Although in saying that, I was a lot more committed to Journey of the Farlands for the first few months. And I think I was even after that, but that was also just due to time. Like, I do not have enough time now. As time is going by, it's getting more and more difficult to make this series a thing. Or at least keep the consistency. Yeah, I figured a 30-minute episode would be better than no episode at all. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of filming a short episode. And I don't think there'll be a long one for a good bit. Maybe the weekend, we'll see. Kind of depends on what happens in the weekend. I don't even remember my work schedule. I had it written, or I put in my calendar. I know I work on Wednesday, and then on Saturday. It's a pretty lax job for now. It was in the summer. It got a little bit busy, not quite as busy as my last job was. You know, the summer before. I'd work a lot more on that job, but I actually like this job more. So it's kind of a trade-off. But yeah, it's crazy how I've come so far in this series. I've gone so far. I mean, literally and figuratively. You know, both as a person and and in the world itself. Progress, indeed. We've been making plenty of it. Maybe, you know, things have been slowing down, but at least I'm still in the world. That's all I really care about at this point. Well, I do want to get to the Farlands like next year, ideally, but even if I don't, I'm still, you know, I'm still committed to this world. Even if time becomes a limited commodity, even more limited than it already is. It's definitely one thing that starts to become a thing as life gets busier. But at any rate, I'll still be here. And in the future, and maybe for now, it might be every once in a while, but at least I'll still be attempting to film and trying to keep things going, keeping the momentum going. And I really, something that's kind of weird about Journey of the Farlands is it doesn't really have a burnout stage like most other things I've noticed. Maybe after like a really long time I'll have like burnout, but like it's just not really noticeable. At least it has been noticeable in the past, you know, almost 13 months. But most certainly a lot of interesting stuff is happening and has happened. You know, the last month's been a lot of fun. You know, Faro anniversary and all. You know, and a whole new outpost. Some progress, you know, 1/3. And most recently, of course, 200th episode and 300 subscribers is hopefully going to be hit soon. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know, just like to think about that kind of stuff. And just, you know, just with like the inherent, you know, having a channel, you're always kind of wanting to keep an eye on things. Even if I'm kind of a lot more chilled out about things and I'm not really all that worried about performance of videos, because I know that Journey of the Farlands is definitely not for the tame of heart, or for the, you know, the tame. What was it? For the faint of heart, yes. Let alone doing the journey itself. It's not for the faint of heart. That's for certain. And I think mainly a huge part of what's keeping me going in the current time, in the current times, is just this, I guess, this force keeping me going forward, which I'm hoping will happen in my own solo world at some point. You know, after enough worlds, maybe I'll. And I'm not even like restarting or anything. I'm just making new worlds, like new ideas, kind of thing. And it's all in like different versions, because of course I did the hardcore and modern recently, and then I did the, you know, what was it? The release 1.0 hardcore, And I kind of realized that release 1.0 still kind of reminds me of modern Minecraft a bit too much, at least for what I want out of it. And don't get me wrong, I love modern Minecraft. I play on an SMP. I mean, literally Java. I play on Java SMP, which is, of course, the most modern version. But I feel like for my solo experience, and like, if it wasn't like the multiplayer thing, like I think old Minecraft really is where my heart is. That's kind of something I've figured out, especially with Journey to the Farlands and this new world I'm making, is that I really just enjoy a lot more of the open-endedness to beta. I think one of my biggest gripes with modern versions is this, this end point. Well, not quite end point, but it's like an added end point in the end, and I mean, it's been there for a decade and it works. But like, there's definitely a bit of the game is definitely different. I guess I'm just realizing how much I appreciate the simplicity of beta and old Minecraft in general, really. Oh, hello, zombie. Zombies. Wow, I see there are more than one. Oh, there's some kind of force keeping me going. And I think that's just the same thing that, drives people forward in basically anything of the sort of like motivation or like art, like like art or like a series or anything like that. Really, even just in life, is that kind of motivation, that natural urge to just move forward. That's kind of where I'm at with Journey of the Farlands. I don't really like, in full fairness, I don't really like, I guess, get excited about Journey to the Farlands, at least very often anymore. Like actively excited. I mean, you're looking at me walking 12 million blocks. Of course, I'm not going to be peppy and excited the whole time. But since this is an aside, I definitely, it definitely has those moments, and it will. I'm certain it will have a lot more moments like that of excitement and celebration and all that. There's been plenty of opportunities, and I'm sure there will be plenty more. But yeah, I guess speaking of the journey, I did. I think I talked about it in an episode quite a while ago, where someone asked me, or I don't even know if it was. I think it might have been Cherri. Cherri that asked me. Yeah, I think that was her. She asked me if I dream or I had any dreams about Minecraft. It could have been someone else, but I believe it was Cherri. Yeah, like dreaming about Minecraft. And honestly, I can't say I have, but not, at least today I have to um, amend that I have to rewrite that kind of thing. I did have a dream about Minecraft, and it was about Journey to the Farlands, actually. It was about it was very, I don't remember much from it. I remember walking in the dream, and like it's like this, and I reached the Farlands in the dream. I was like, hang on a second, I haven't been walking for that long. And I didn't, I didn't like go lucid or anything. I might have a little bit at that point. I'm not quite sure. But I was like, hang on, I'm not like all that. I haven't gone out that far, kind of thing. Like, I have only been going for like a few hours or something at that point. I don't know. Like, it's like a standard episode or something, or like a standard session, I guess. But yeah, I reached the Farlands in the dream, and then I continued walking through the Farlands, and then it just kind of turned back into a normal world, and I was like really confused. Like the normal terrain just continued, and I looked back and I saw like like a bit of the Farlands. I was like, what is going on? And of course, at that point, I probably realized it was a dream, because that's not how the Farlands work. There's not. That's yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny. Of course, just you're walking, you reach the Farlands, you keep walking, you're just back in the normal terrain. It's like glitch chunks or whatever. But yeah, that was a dream I did have last night. And I remember it vividly this morning. Of course, anything like that like, captures my interest. Like usually most dreams don't really get me remembering about that kind of stuff. Like the little nitty gritty, but that one I did. I don't remember much else about any of the other dreams or that one. That's about all the details I know. Yeah, even in the morning, I was walking what like 7 hours. I don't know how long it actually was. I think I was just like in like my like half asleep, half awake days. I was like, so 12 million blocks, 12.5 million blocks in 7 hours. That's a lot. I would be like zipping. You wouldn't even see the terrain. It would just be zipping by. Cause yeah, watch, it wouldn't be. I don't think it would be zipping by. You'd be flying pretty quick. It would definitely be moving very quick. But yeah, it's kind of funny. It makes you remember. It's kind of a fun little dream. That just reminds me of the series here and all the fun that I've had. Honestly, it's a joy. And to some it may seem like it's so boring and arbitrary to do something like this, but to me it merits value. And while I may not really be able to explain fully why, I just keep going. I guess I just keep on keeping on, more or less. Oh, I love this terrain. That's something I've always loved too, is seeing all the terrain I cross. I'll have to make some more torches too. I was gonna say I need to make some more torches soon. I don't know what torches tune is, but must be some kind of kids cartoon. I don't know. You should be sleeping. I should be sleeping too, Cherri. Don't worry. I'm just here, hanging out for a quick half hour or so. Already over halfway through the episode, and it feels like nothing because I just talk about nothing for, well, not quite nothing, but I talk about just about nothing for a good 15 minutes, and it seems to go by like nothing. It's not actually all that common. Most of the time when I do a commentary, it usually feels a lot longer than, like I do like an hour commentary, and it really does tick by slowly, but sometimes I'm just having a grand old time talking about things. Oh yeah, I like the raccoon in your house. That was certainly an interesting discovery. Repro just waltzed in. Yeah, that is certainly quite the development. Oh, the yawns are kicking in at midnight. I go for 16 minutes with no yawning, and then boom. Boom, boom. I heard him. I was like, that's not my cat. Yeah. It is not quite your cat, I would say. Raccoon. When you get here, I yawn, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'll be crossing or 4.3 million today. I'd have to be going for like at least like an hour and a half, and I'm not going any further than like half an hour, honestly. I should already be in bed, but Who am I to abide by my standards that I seem to be constantly breaking? I sound tired. Oh, maybe it's because I am. And also the yawning, maybe a bit of a clue. And I mean the fact that I introduced the episode by being like, it's midnight, I should be in bed. But I soldier on because I wanted to do an episode today. And I did say in the episode, I think you showed up after that, but I did say that I don't like the 200th episode lands on Wednesday when I work, so I'll film it in the morning, but I don't think it'll be much of a special unless I delay it. Unless I just don't stream on Wednesday, I guess. I could just push it to Thursday or do a mega sode or something. Push it to the weekend. I don't know. I don't know if I still want to do like the whole special thing with it. Really the only thing that was gonna be special about it was probably just like the joint commentary thing with like, I think we decided that it was gonna be with you and maybe a few others. I could stream and then do a delayed special. I could do like episode 201, or I could even do like 200A, 200B. You can guest appear, yeah. Yipper. Sounds lovely. 200 episodes of this nonsense. Of my nonsense, more specifically. Oh, gotta love when the train flashes below me. And my solo world is on a different mod pack for beta 1.7.3. So in that one, it's a lot more optimized. Well, I mean, this one's already pretty optimized, but it's got a lot more like mods in it, like quality of life. Actually, it still basically feels like playing this, but one of the big things is it has Optifine, which I guess I could actually throw in here, and throw in like the far distance patch, I think is called. But I don't know. But yeah, at least I was able to use like some fancy texture packs. So in my solo world, I'm going to be using a lot of fun texture packs. Here I can only use like a select few, which is why I tend not to use texture packs in Cherri of the Farlands. I kind of just prefer the vanilla look anyway, but yeah. But yeah. Okay, what I don't understand is how a raccoon figured out how to get in my house in the first place. I swear I saw like a cat, like a door on a door on the door. You know, like I saw that like that one of those flap doors in the picture you sent. So it couldn't have got through there. Cause I swear they can like get through like tiny spaces or something. I don't know. That's a cat door, but like a raccoon's basically the same size as a cat, maybe a little bigger. A cat door on a window. I don't know. Raccoon can be smart. I mean, if you didn't have like any open windows or open doors or anything, that's probably the only way it could have gotten in. At least that's my best guess. That's my hazard to a guess. But I don't know. People in Texas have guns. You can't leave windows or doors open. Yeah, but like you know, you're saying you don't know how the raccoon managed to get through the door. I was just presenting all other options. Although I guess that's not really options now that you bring up the gun thing. But yeah, must have just cold, I mean, it must have some sort of intelligence because it must have at least figured the door out. At least like the little cat door. Oh, my armor's getting whittled down. So much for not taking damage. Another one of my empty promises. I make a lot of those apparently. Whoa, zipping. We're zipping. Guess you smelt the cat food? Yeah. Probably some sort of scent or something I was attracted to. Wasn't scared of me or anything, just looked at me and kept eating. I'm sure if you got close, I've seen them like hiss or whatever they do. They make that weird sound. I wasn't around it, but I know like my family. I was with family around when that happened. And yeah, it was certainly quite the experience witnessing a raccoon. That was years ago. That was like probably over half a decade ago now, or more. Who knows? Want to keep him? Well, I don't know if you're up for that kind of responsibility for a raccoon. I actually honestly don't know if people keep them as pets. I'm sure some people out there certainly have tried. I don't really feel the want to do something like that. They may look relatively cute, but they also make a lot of weird noises and look like they want to murder you sometimes. So do with that what you will, I guess. Are they not common in Canada? No, I wouldn't say they're common. I've seen like that. I only seen like one in my entire life. Like I said, that was like the one time I'd seen one. But I also live in an area where I don't think raccoons are very common. So I don't know. It's legal in Texas. Oh gosh, a pet raccoon. I mean, if you could like domesticate it, I don't even know if that's possible. They probably carry all sorts of diseases too. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm sure people do keep them as pets. 'Cause I know, I think The Sims added raccoons as like a type of cat, even though I don't think they're actually cats. They're their own thing, but anyway. But I guess that game also classified foxes as dogs. Kind of stretching the truth a little bit. Well, I guess it's not a complete stretch, what you're saying. So if like stuff like that is out there. Yes. This was certainly an interesting little mini episode. And I'm just like sitting here tired, out of my wits. Of course, everything's legal in Texas, yeah. I swear, it is everything but abortion, yeah. Yeah, that's certainly something. Oh yeah, no politics, that's right. I thought something was wrong in saying that. I was like, something felt wrong. No. What animal I want to see? What animal do you want to see, Cherri? Please inform me. A moose. I honestly, in like my whole life and living in Canada, of course, like being born in Canada, I've hardly seen a single moose in my life. I think I might have Just like seeing like one or two. They're not very common either. Same thing goes for a lot of stuff though. I'm not out in the wilderness though a lot. The only times I do see them is of course out in the wilderness, out like driving to like a lake or whatever. You know, some like fishing trip or something or other. And yeah, you do occasionally run into stuff like that, like, you know, on the side of the road you can like see stuff out in the bushes kind of thing. But no, I haven't seen too many of them. Although I'm not outdoor a lot of the time. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, a lot of that stuff isn't all that common. Do they have moose in zoos? I'm sure somewhere they do. I know I went to a zoo in Manitoba, Winnipeg, and there was oh, what was there? There was like polar bears, you know, a lot of the usual stuff like monkeys and all these weird foreign animals as well. The zoos just love those foreign animals because I swear people just are so like in awe at things that aren't, you know, that don't commonly live around them. Yeah, basically everything. And yeah, there was a bunch of different things. It's kind of cool. I love a good zoo. I mean, certainly quite an idea to have animals out just like in like containment just for people to watch and be entertained, but 'tis life, so such is life, I guess. I want to see a polar bear. Oh yeah, they had polar bears. They're pretty hot because I think it was a hot day, and I think I think it is relatively cool in those enclosures. It's still like heat gets through, so they looked like they were pretty miserable when I was there. They weren't moving around. They were just kind of laying down. But that was a hot day a few years ago. God, that was a long time ago, and it didn't even feel like that was that long ago. Ah, time flies by way too quickly. And yet, it goes by second, but I digress. It's all relative. Polar bears in Texas zoos. Well, I guess that's fairly standard because polar bears are not really in the south, especially with given those temperatures down there that you've said. I mean, recently there's been temperatures like that here, but anyway, I guess it's not a complete stretch, but whatever. Makes me sad. I love bears, best animal. And I've seen actual bears before too. Seen all sorts of stuff living out in Canada. Ugh. Gotta make a bed and end this episode so I can actually get some shut-eye. I see what you're saying there, Cherri. Oh, about the bears and their cuddly. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. I'm too tired for this. Gosh. Well, I should probably go off to bed now that I've done this half-hour episode. Felt like nothing, but so may a 2-hour episode feel like nothing. But anyway, I'm done talking about time and rambling. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Episode 200 coming up very soon. So 300, I guess. But yeah, goodbye for now.